hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Divik, and welcome back to another video. I need to redye my hair. Oh my goodness! But we're back with another episode, and oh my goodness, guys, we haven't done any building in a while, and I feel like it is about that time to get this going. So we are going to begin the next building piece. I don't know which it is. Probably the stables, and I might put it like right here. Now, because due to the fact that mods aren't going away anytime soon, because this game is basically going to stick to what it is right now and not go anywhere, thanks to the ASA being a completely different game all to its own, and I will be talking about that throughout this episode or video or whatever you want to call it. And man, oh man, oh man. So I got different ideas for what I want to do. This might be the stables, it might be the new building structure, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it on foundations, want to do it just on the floor. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure which direction I want to take this, if I'm going to... It's going to be interesting. It's kind of trippy either way, is what I'm getting at. And if I do decide to do it on foundations, well, S Plus is great because, well, you can stack foundations. So that's literally one of the best things about this entire thing. And also, if you wanted to, you can make it look like thatch, even though it's actually a stone foundation. So, ayo. So that's where we're at. I might put it right here. I might put it on the other side. But either way, there's plenty of flatland to work with. And again, because the foundations can stack and have much better snapping than the vanilla ones. Also note, I probably won't be rebuilding that, and I definitely won't be rebuilding that. Absolutely not. Just no. No. This took me like almost a week to like several days to a week to actually finish. So just no. Just no. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing all that. But oh, is that a raptor? That looks like a raptor. I think it's a raptor. Okay, but I'm still deciding on positioning, and you know what? There's this plateau, there's all this flatland right here, there's all that flatland over there. There is plenty of area for me to work with, which is why I picked this area to begin with in the first place. I just had to begin with like 4 times. Anyways, I think I'm going to decide on a spot. I have this random Carno that I just tamed that I ended up doing absolutely nothing with, so it's just out and about, and it's a guard dog, essentially. I'm going to have it following me, probably on aggressive, so anything that comes over to mess with me, or attack me or anything, will promptly get smacked around by my little guard here. But anyways, I'm going to get things going, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have our foundations, and man, oh man, oh man. Okay, I think what I want to do is some kind of pathway that's not only leads from not only from the top, but also like, I don't know how to explain this. I don't really know how to explain this at all, but like, I want to build like 2 pathways, or a few pathways. One from the top here, on both sides, and then do the same thing on either end. If that makes any sense. I'm just probably not explaining it all that well, but I want there to be multiple entryways. That's what I'm trying to get at. If that makes any sense. Again, probably not, because I'm terrible at explaining things. But So if this works out, then we'll have 2 stairways on either end, and it's gonna look cool. And the hope is that it's big enough to fit that any horse or whatever creature I put in here is has enough space to be able to move around. Like that's kind of the goal. And I feel like, well, for one, filling all of this in so we have plenty of space to work with. I think I put foundations down all the way around. I don't know. Either way, we'll figure it out, and it's gonna look cool. And oh my gosh, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Now, I'm not sure if I actually put any is it gonna actually work? I would imagine so, but I think I actually see a couple. I can look in there later. Actually, I can just do this. But yeah, the beauty of S Plus, man, right here on display, and why I actually prefer using S Plus to build structures over any building mod. I mean, I haven't checked out superstructures myself, but I've heard that it's decent enough, and I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna stick to what I know. And what I know is that S Plus is really, really good. Now, I haven't seen anyone really talk in length about superstructures being bad or anything. I'm just gonna stick to what I know. And what I know is S Plus. And S Plus is is a very, to me, good building mod to use, especially if you're starting out with mods and you don't know what to do with what and how mods really, really work. But it's a fun little jumping off point, I feel like. So I'm not really sure how I want to do these as far as like a Japanese style is concerned, but I'm gonna at least make it decent enough. And I know I want to put railings on either side. So like right here. Let's see. Oh, hello, Carno. And the beauty of these railing pieces is that they can also be turned into half walls. So if we need a half wall, we can make it can become a half wall. If we need, to actually kind of make it a full wall, we have our full walls already. And that just kind of makes sense to me a little bit. I don't know, but either way, I did say I was going to talk about the whole shenanigery going on with ASA. Now, I'm going to actually pull in between clips. I'll pull up the information so I actually have an exact one-to-one on what the heck's going on with what and who's saying what about what. It's an interesting prospect either way. And really though, it's just one of those things. Either way, ASA is going to be great. It's going to take a minute for mods to show back up, like Paleo Arc and whatnot. Now, I'm not going to rush a Let's Play out once that drops. Good grief, Kai. I'm not going to rush anything. I'm not going to rush anything out. I'm not going to say straight away, oh my gosh, look at this thing that's going on. I don't know. We'll see what happens, for sure. And yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. But all right, I'm going to figure out a couple of things here real quick. I'm going to dye my hair back to what it was. I think it was blue or red. But I'm going to go ahead and dye my hair back up, get some stuff built up, and we'll be right back. But all right, okay, so here's what I've done since the last clip. I've put some foundations down here. Looks kind of cool. But I don't know. There's a couple different design ideas I have that I'm not 100% sure on. So I wanted to bring you guys along for the journey and see what do. So I have my Carno on aggressive. That's just going to attack anything that tries to mess with me. So, ayo, there's that. Let's pick this up. And you know what? I'll say this much. It has been like a few hours since the last clip. I literally got caught in a conversation with some members of the Depths Court, and we ended up talking about the creature vote and everything, and just a bunch of other stuff. Shout out to the Depths Court and every member inside, because they're all a bunch of amazing people that I enjoy the crap out of talking to. These guys are fun, great people, and you should, if you're not in the Depths Court, you absolutely should join. Because what are you do? What are you doing? Not joining the Discord? Come on now. But yeah, no, it's full of passionate and very good people who are passionate about not only just Ark in general, but also just everything else. The creature. There's an entire channel devoted strictly to the creature vote, and that's active very often, and it's just really cool to see. It's very nice. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna put the half walls instead. Actually, so let's go and pick those up. Pick that up. Let's do one of these. First and foremost, let's go do one of those. But yeah, I think personally that the idea of a creature vote, and this is something I discussed with one of the community members, I think a creature vote is like the silliest thing ever, because not only are you basically allowing people to just put in whatever, there's really no policing it. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. What I'm saying, if anything, is especially this one that's happening right now. It's supposed to be scorched earth creatures, and then you have a bunch of guys that are putting in Arctic, like a bunch of Arctic guys. Like, huh? You do realize that this is for um, scorched earth, right? And I'm trying to put the softer side on the outside. So can I just stand right here and it'll go like, yes, perfect. So let's go do one of these, one of those, build that up just a little bit. Actually, wait, no, let's pick that up. Boom. But yeah, no, creature vote is fine. And honestly though, looking at it right now, and I spoke to one of the community members about this, and they kind of agree, and we ended up brainstorming a little bit. But I would personally like to see the custom creatures actually come back in for both Island and Scorched Earth. Now, what do I mean by the custom creatures? I mean the creatures that got added in along with the custom map. So, like, take a Deinonychus, for example. The Feather Raptor. That is honestly one of my favorite creatures in the game, and really, I must have it in literally every single Let's Play I've ever done ever. Deinonychus must be there because it is one of my favorite creatures and I love it. So literally, I think it would be really, really cool is if you ported over the some of those creatures, because like there's a lot of folks that is gonna want a Margosaurus, right? There's a lot of people that are gonna want Deinonychus. I almost said Deinosuchus. But also speaking, if I could just tangent off for just 1 second, there are seriously people who are putting Concavinator and Deinosuchus in the creature vote. Y'all do realize that Arc Additions is right there, right? You do realize those creatures already exist in that mod, right? There are even a couple of people who put Utah Raptor in there, not realizing that Utah Raptor is already basically just Ark's Raptor already in the game. So, what? But anyways, I would personally love it if all the creatures that came in along with maps, so like your Cinemacrops, your Dinopithecus, your Amargasaurus, those creatures. I think it would be really, really cool if those guys were brought in as well. For the simple fact of, well, I think it would be cool, for one. And for two, you could make the island and Scorched far more interesting by having Deinonychus and other creatures that weren't in there before already a part of the game. I think that would be really, really cool. And it would enhance what's already there. Now, I personally would love to see the devs put in creatures that, well, for one, let me try this again. I said this earlier, and I'm trying to remember what I said. basically what I'm getting at is I think it would be really, really cool is if you released each map in order in which they are released originally. So starting with um, the Scorched Earth, and from Scorched, you do the center, then Aberration, and then you go on from there. So by the time you get to Gen 2, all the regular old maps are already out, and therefore it's all fine and dandy. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But it's just something I was thinking about, and a couple of the community members actually kind of agreed there. And it would be no different. Now, could you also mod the creatures in? Sure you could. Like Deinonychus and everything else, it could easily get modded into the game, and you can kind of just go from there. And I think that would work. And it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things that I kind of thought of, and I think it would be really cool. But I'm gonna figure out a couple more things here, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So, make sure my mic is on this time. But man, oh man, oh man. Okay, so let's see. How did I want to do this? Let's see. This guy? Nope, nope, not that guy. Oh, I can do that? Really? Okay, well, I can work with that. No, not that one. Nope, definitely not that one. Maybe if I... Weird. Okay. Well, that's right. S plus is kind of... Oh, that actually looks kind of cool, but no. Yeah, it looks like like one of those little angled little connector thingamajigs. I don't know what you would call that, because I'm not into all that stuff. But hey, kind of cool either way. Let's flip that around. Boom. Okay, here's the nope, nope, no, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Oh, ouch. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't get fall damage from that one. Impressive. Anyways, so how's everyone feeling about ASA? I know I've been wanting to talk about that one. I might give it its own video, but I definitely want to give that giant bug thing that's coming into the game, that of which the name escapes me right now. But I definitely want to talk about that thing, because that thing does look cool to me. I am very much excited for it, and I think that I feel like there's a lot of people who are not understanding the situation, and that's a spoiler over there, so I'm not going to talk about that. But I feel like there's a lot of people not fully understanding that, and also I'm going to remind folks that Wildcard is not going to keep things one-to-one with how we want things to come out. Look at literally any creature ever that we have voted for, right? The only time that's actually really happened where people got one-to-one exactly what they wanted was with the Cinema Crops, and that's because, well, Cinema Crops is a fairly new creature altogether, and therefore, literally, it's hard to get it wrong. It's not like this thing was absolutely decimated, quote unquote, by, like, say, Jurassic Park or something. By calling Jurassic Park bad? Absolutely not. Jurassic Park is great. But with the Sinnoh, it was a fairly new creature, so it was kind of hard to get it wrong, if that makes any sense. It's really hard to get wrong a creature that just barely came out. And so, people who wanted a gigantic, creature that could pick up Rexes and whatnot, you do realize that's not how Wildcard works, right? Like, you do know that they were obviously going to change certain things, certain aspects. But I for one, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I for one am actually kind of hyped for the creature in general. I think it's cool. I think it looks very, very interesting. I'm okay with the size change, and I think it's fine. And man, oh man, oh man, this looks good. You know what? I'm gonna put no wrong, incorrect. No wrong, incorrect. But anyways, you guys let me know in the comment section below. Are you excited for the big beetle dude? And understand that, yeah, they were gonna make things different. I fully expected it. I was ready. I was ready for the changes, but I didn't expect. What I did not expect was for the size to be that different. If that makes sense. I didn't expect them to shrink the creature down as much as they did, but they did. And I'm okay with it because giant bugs are something that I myself have been not a big fan of since like the 2004 King Kong, or was it 2004 or was it 2008? The old Peter Jackson King Kong. Like that movie, for me anyway, when I was younger and I was like a kid when that came out, I was awake way past my bedtime because we the members of Divik family, because I'm not saying my last name because that would be stupid. Um, you know, me, my brother, my parents, we all went and saw that movie when I was much, much, much younger than I am now. And I personally despised the bug scene. You guys know which one I'm talking about. And it creeped me out well into my adulthood. So I was like, that was a big no thank you. And so a giant bug creature like that is still to this day a big no thank you for me. Oh man, we got the fog rolling in. Oh boy. So actually, okay, I don't know what happened there, but that was different. I don't know how much of what I was just saying got cut off there, but okay, kind of trippy there. But anyways, what I was gonna say is I'm going to wait for this fog to roll out, and yeah, we'll see you guys here as soon as it's over and done with. And yeah, I think I'm going to put away that spoiler before you guys see anything else. So yeah, now we'll be right back for a second here, guys. Ark Survival Evolved has been around for a good long while now. We all know this. It was in early access for quite some time, and while it was in early access, an entire an entire expansion came out for it in the form of Scorched Earth. This is all ancient history, but you know, probably wondering, Divik, what does that have to do with anything? It has everything to do with what I'm saying. Now, Scorched Earth, it took them a good long while to get any kind of anything for that mod, or that expansion. Why? Because, well, you tell me why a expansion that came out while the game was in early access and is universally kind of panned by a lot of people would then not want to get updates for a good long while. That's alright, whatever. Different textures, it works. Is that fog? So imagine for a second you are Wildcard and your game has been around for a good long while. So and you have two options. You can either A rebrand the game altogether, or update the game with a big software update that would break a good portion of it and then make it completely busted. Now, me personally, I would not want to do that. I would not want to bust my game that's already busted anyway. Is this? What's going on here? Okay, hello? There we go. Now, ASA is meant to basically retexture and remake Ark Survival Evolved from the ground up. Now, is that a bad thing? Well, some people would say so. Me personally, I think it's fine. I think it's fine because, well, for one, you tell me why a retexturing of everything from the ground up is actually a bad thing. No, really, I want to hear your arguments for why that would really be a bad thing. Now, ASA we've seen next to nothing about. Nothing about. There has not been screenshots. There has not been any kind of, hey, here's what it looks like. There has been literally nothing. So I know a lot of people are in the camp of this whole thing is stupid. Why are we doing this? What is the point? Blah 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 blah. And you know what? To the people that are saying that, I hear you. I see you. You are all valid. But let me ask you this. Would you rather them break the entire game, break mods, and then spend months and months and months and scores of resources trying to fix up what's essentially just a good corner of the player base? I'd say ASA in this variant is far better and makes a whole lot more sense than what was being done beforehand. Because I like the idea of them basically rebuilding Ark from the ground up because it's basically hindsight. It's taking what you knew about mod development, what you knew about game development, and everything else in between, and applying it to something that could be even better. Now, me personally, I understand wanting to see how things turn out. I'm waiting to see how things turn out as well. I want to see screenshots. I want to see all that stuff. I want to know what I'm potentially putting my money into. And that's a completely fair and valid argument. But what we need to realize too that the alternative is to break the entire game, break everything that we know about it from the ground up, and then putting mod developers and everyone else in a worse position than they would have been otherwise. Because let's be completely honest here, you don't want this game any more busted than it already is, right? I don't, because let's just say that ASA it was just a big texture update and mods were broken. They would be spending a good portion of funds that they could to trying to help mod developers go from one engine to another. And Up from the Depths and Garuga are two people that are very much end up doing that too. Now, is that a bad thing? No, I don't think so. Is that a good thing? I don't think so either. However, the alternative of remaking Ark from the ground up and basically making a brand new game and then just it costing $60 instead of PS5 $70 is, I would say, a good compromise, and also basically paying for every single map across the board. Okay, so I fixed up the pillars, it's looking good, and now we are just swapping over some of this stuff to thatch. In fact, nope, wrong, incorrect. There we go. Yeah, I really like S+. But I know that the entirety of previous clip probably didn't make a lot of sense, but do not worry, I will be making a comprehensive, actual thoughts on ASA and everything involved with it, because I think there is a good chance that ASA will revolutionize Ark in general. Now, it does suck about official servers. It really does. However, I don't play official. I'm not an official player. I feel like I've said this in a video before. You know what? That's right. It was stated recently, in actually the previous episode. So you kind of know what I'm getting at. I don't really understand the need for PvP. And in fact, if anything, this is a good opportunity to keep those two different game types separate, because I've said it before and it bears repeating. I do not think it is a good idea to treat PvP and PvE in the same vein. I don't think that's a good idea. Because what makes sense to nerf for PvP probably doesn't make sense for PvE. Take a Giganotosaurus, for example. Now, Giga is a topical creature right now, especially in the Depths core, given that Paleo Giga is a thing. By the way, I don't know anything about that right now, and I have heard zero news, so don't ask. Please. But I understand. Why would PvE players want a nerfed Giganotosaurus? Spoiler alert, they would not, because that's silly. Same thing with Velonosaur, or any creature that got completely botched and destroyed because the PvP nuts kept whining about it on Reddit. Now, me personally, I actually enjoyed the overpowered Velonosaur. I didn't get to experience the overpowered Giga because I was not functioning enough to actually, well, I was not financially stable enough at the time to actually get a working computer. I didn't have a computer at the time, so I never got to really experience overpowered Giga. I would I would have liked to, but I didn't get to because I didn't have the game at the time. But every creature that is considered quote unquote overpowered for PvP is not for PvE. And I think that's fine. I think that's very, very fine. ASA is a good chance for that kind of difference to happen. And I think there is another opportunity to give further control of PvE server owners to really be able to do things. Because I myself, I would love to be able to play on PvE, but also be able to be rid of the unwanted hatchlings. That's something that I myself have been saying for years. In fact, that's like 5 things that a PvE player would want for ASA. Like that's something I end up making because that might be something that's added to my official statement on ASA and what I think of it really. Because I'm making just basically offhanded comments and brief little discussion stints about it right now, and I plan on doing a whole video on it later. But hey yo, this is kind of cool looking. I like this a lot. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But this looks cool. I like this very much. This is substantially better than what I ended up doing beforehand in single player. But yeah, I like this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I don't think we're done with this episode yet. So hey, let's breed some creatures to put in here, shall we? Okay, this is literally the next day, ish. I think. I don't know. What day is it? I think it's Wednesday. I don't know. But anyways, hello. Check it out. That's Depth's cord. But okay, a little while later, I've changed my armor because my flak armor is nearly broken, and also I've fixed my hair. What do you guys think? Do you like the blue? Let me know in the comments. I think it kind of matches with my tribe colors, so I might keep it for a little bit. But anyways, are you guys ready for the big reveal? Not only did I finish the building, but I also did mutated horses, so you'll be seeing some mutated horses here for a little bit. I haven't quite tested them out yet, but the next couple episodes will be taming episodes, so we're definitely going to play around with the new kids on the block. So, are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Bum, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. All finished. Honestly, this might be my favorite build of all time, because it kind of does line up a little bit with the other base over there. So, ran to her. Alright, so first off, we have our lovely feeding trough. I might change these to stairs, just so we can, I might keep it the same, I don't know. Let me know in the comments, should I change them to stairs or keep them as ramps? Let me know. But okay, so each unit right here is it's one foundation long. So then we just go, and it's covered up right here. I got pillars in each corner, in the front and in the back. Now it's completely wood on the inside, but then on the outside you can kind of see there's stone and then wood on the top. And then it kind of just it's consistently the same across the board. Here's our mutated horses. I love the colors. We got black, white, and purple. Oh my goodness, you love to see it. 1048 is also for the completed level. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. I think these might actually be higher level than my other ones, because I have some other ones on what's it called, on RAG right now, and I think these are actually higher level than those. Then again, wait, did I actually finish those? I don't know, but yeah, that's what what they're looking like. I have the unstacked mutated ones around here somewhere. One second. Need to get those anglerfish out of there at some point. Where? I think it's here. Oh yeah, it is here. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Yeah, so they started out at 992. I'll take them both out. Why not? So we'll fly up. Ugh. All right. So this is the stats from beforehand, so you can see 7,000 health, 9,400 stam. Oxygen food, don't care. 1,358 for the weight and 966 on the melee. All right, I eat some meat. Boom. All right, so 1048. What do we have? So 9,000 health now, up from 7,000, so not a humongous jump. 10,000 stamina, up from 9,400. Oxygen and food, we don't really care about that. 1,700 weight, up from 1,300, so that's a pretty good jump right there. And also 1,200 melee, from up from 966. But bear in mind also that this is an imprinted one. I'm not sure where I actually put the... I think they're inside. I'm not too sure. I think I have just the base, not imprinted ones inside. I'm not sure where I put them. What's called next? Oh wait, they are here. Alright, so this is the unimprinted one. So, still pretty good, actually. So, yep, still pretty good. So let's see. Let's run over. Let's grab the imprinted one again. Just so my freaking ADHD butt can actually read all three. Because I'm already confused myself. Dang blast! I need to switch that. All right. Okay. So we have imprinted and non-imprinted right here. Oh yeah, that's actually a big boost. So this is what the new stats are from here. So you can see, you can kind of pause your screen so you can look. And then there we go from there. Ooh, 966 up to 1049. Okay. And then that 1049 up to 1200. That's actually huge. That's a big jump. Impressive. I like it. That's actually my first time looking at the new stats, to be fair. Yeah. So you can see down there, we got moose and the beavers. Those guys are next on my list. I'm kind of doing a lot of that stuff off camera because a lot of my let's plays already, that's pretty much what I've ended up doing. Is literally just doing all of that on camera, so I'm going to save a lot of that stuff for later. But what's next on my list is definitely going to be the Therizzinos, both Paleo Arc ones and the regular ones. In fact, much like the Raptors and whatnot, I'm going to breed literally all the freaking Gatherers first, is what I'm getting at. I don't know which ones I'm going to focus on, but I think weight for the Gatherers is going to be the biggest thing. And I wanted to make sure these guys were plenty powerful, but I'm going to muck around with these guys for a little bit. But also, next episode, we got something really exciting to show you guys. And I think you're going to be into it. If you've been on my channel for any length of time, you know that certain creatures that weren't in the game at the time of the island are my favorite. And I may have used simple spawners to bring them in. But, for now, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully y'all did enjoy. If you did, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. And of course, I will be seeing you all next time. Take it easy, guys.